So, you want to learn chess? Fantastic! You are about to step into a world of incredible strategy, creativity, and endless fun. Chess is a game that has captivated minds for centuries. It's played by kings and queens, scholars and students, people just like you all over the globe. It might look complicated at first glance, with all its different pieces and a checkered board. But learning the basics is easier than you think. This guide is your first step on a truly rewarding journey. We will break everything down, piece by piece, so you can start playing your first game with confidence. Don't be intimidated. That's a myth. Chess is for everyone. It sharpens your mind, teaches you patience, and helps you think ahead. Every grandmaster was once a beginner. Take it one step at a time. We'll start with the fundamentals. First things first, let's look at your battlefield. The chessboard is a perfect square made up of 64 smaller squares. These squares alternate between a light color and a dark color. We usually call them white squares and black squares. Remember, white on the right. From each player's perspective, the corner square to their right should be light. The board is 8 rows, called ranks, and 8 columns, called files. This grid is where all the action happens. Now let's meet the cast of characters. Each player starts with 16 pieces. They move differently and have different values. The most numerous but weakest piece is the pawn. You start with 8 pawns forming your front line. On their first move, a pawn can move 1 or 2 squares. After that, 1 square at a time. Pawns capture diagonally, humble but full of potential. Next up, the rooks. You have 2, starting in the corners. Rooks move in straight lines horizontally and vertically, as long as the path isn't blocked. They control open files and ranks. Then, the knights. They are tricky for beginners. Knights move in an L shape, 2 squares in one direction, then 1 at a right angle, and they can jump over pieces. Bishops, you get 2, 1 on light, 1 on dark, and they move diagonally, staying on their color. Queen, the most powerful piece combining the rook and bishop. She moves horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, any number of squares. King, the most important piece. He moves 1 square in any direction. Protect your king. Think of your pieces as a team of superheroes with unique powers. By the end, you'll be ready to command your own army. This guide is your friendly coach. We'll go slowly and clearly. No silly questions here. We'll get you comfortable with rules and rhythm. How to set up the board, the objective of the game, the basic flow from first move to last. Simple strategies to give you an edge, and common pitfalls to watch for. We'll make it simple, engaging, and a lot of fun. Enjoy the process. Every game is a new story. A silent conversation with your opponent. The thrill of a well-played attack. The satisfaction of a clever defense. You'll make mistakes. That's okay. Mistakes are your best teachers. Relax, get ready to learn, and fall in love with the greatest game ever invented. Your adventure starts right now. Let's get to it. So, you know how the pieces move. But what are you actually trying to do? The goal of chess is simple and absolute: to checkmate your opponent's king. This is the only way to win the game. Let's break it down into 2 parts: check and mate. Check is a situation where the king is under direct attack. If nothing is done, the king could be captured next move. Announcing check is polite, but not required in official rules. When a king is in check, you must get out of danger immediately. There are only 3 ways: move the king to a safe square, block the attack line, or capture the checking piece. Note, you cannot block a knight. Checkmate happens when a king is in check and there is no legal way to get out. The king cannot move, the attack cannot be blocked, and the checking piece cannot be captured. When this happens, the game is over. The player who delivered checkmate wins, no matter how many pieces remain. The king is never actually captured. Also, no stalemate. It's your move. Your king is not in check, but you have no legal moves. That is a draw, sometimes a saving resource in a worse position. Before your first move, set up correctly. Always ensure white on the right. The bottom right square for each player is light. White occupies ranks 1 and 2. Black occupies ranks 7 and 8. The setup is a mirror image. Start with the back rank. Rooks go in the corners. For white, a 1 and H1. For black, a 8 and H8. Next to the rooks, place the knights. B1 and G1 for white. B8 and G8 for black. Then the bishops. c1 and f1, c8 and f8. Now the center, the queen always goes on her own color. White queen on d1, black queen on d8. The kings take the remaining e1 and e8. Kings and queens should face each other. Finally, place the pawns. White pawns on a 2 through h2, black pawns on a 7 through h7. And that's it. Your army is assembled and ready. Take a moment to admire your setup. The stage is set for a great game of chess. From first move to last, you now know the objective and how to begin properly. Next, the phases of the game and the core strategies that tie everything together. Your first moves, the opening, then the middle game, finally, the end game. A game is typically divided into these three phases, each with its own goals. White always moves first, a slight edge. The opening lasts about 10 to 15 moves and prepares the middle game. Develop your pieces from starting squares to active positions. Three key opening principles. Control the center, especially d4, e4, d5, and e5. Push the e-pawn to e4 when possible. Develop knights and bishops, knights before bishops. Get your king to safety, castle early. After the opening comes the middle game. Most pieces are developed and the real battle begins. The middle game is about tactics and strategy. Tactics, short sequences to win material or force mate. Strategy, long-term plans like controlling key squares. Most games are won or lost here. If undecided, it goes to the end game. Few pieces remain, often kings and pawns. Your king becomes powerful. Bring it to support pawns. March a pawn to promote, usually to a queen. To think strategically, start with the center. A knight on e4 controls 8 squares, on h1 only 2. Centralize to maximize power. No piece values. Pawn 1, knight 3, bishop 3, rook 5, queen 9, and the king is priceless. This helps guide trades. Generally avoid trading a rook for a knight unless it yields a bigger advantage. Tactics are the tricks of chess. Short combinations that win material or mate. One of the most common is the fork. Knights excel at forks. A single jump can attack king and queen. After the king moves, you win the queen. Another essential tactic is the pin. If a piece moves, it exposes a more valuable piece behind it. The pinned piece is stuck. Learn to spot forks, pins, skewers, and discovered attacks. Recognizing these patterns is the fastest way to start winning more and avoiding blunders. Number 1 mistake? Bringing your queen out too early. Opponents develop by attacking her. Keep your queen safe in the opening. Another blunder, neglecting king safety. Castle within the first 10 moves when you can. A safe king is the foundation of a solid position. Avoid hope chess, making a move and hoping they miss it. Assume your opponent finds the best reply. Don't move the same piece repeatedly in the opening without reason. Develop all your pieces harmoniously. You know the rules, the goal, and basic strategy. What's next? Play. There is no substitute for experience. The more you play, the more patterns you recognize. You'll understand tactics and develop a feel for the game. Expect to lose at first. Every loss is a lesson. After each game, review. What went wrong and what could you do differently? Use built-in analysis tools. Engines highlight mistakes and suggest improvements, a powerful way to avoid repeating errors. Solve tactical puzzles regularly. It's weightlifting for your brain and trains pattern recognition. Make a daily habit. Immerse yourself. Watch grandmasters, study lessons, and explore online resources. The more you engage, the more you learn. We started with the board and piece movement, the goal of checkmate, basic strategies, and the path to improvement. You are no longer just a spectator, you are a chess player. You have the tools and the knowledge to sit down, set up the pieces, and play thoughtfully. The world of 64 squares awaits, with challenges and rewards. Learning chess is a marathon, not a sprint. Embrace insights and blunders alike. Let it challenge, surprise, and teach you. Whether online or at a local club, you are part of a global, welcoming community. So what are you waiting for? The board is set, the pieces are waiting, and your mind is ready. Go play, make bold moves, try new ideas, make mistakes, and learn from them. Discover the joy of a well-executed plan and the resilience to fight back from difficult positions. This is just the end of the beginning. The rich, fascinating, and endlessly deep world of chess awaits you. Welcome to the game. I wish you the best of luck on your incredible journey.